Hey everyone, welcome to another vlog in this digital nomad series that I'm doing. So today I wanted to speak to you guys about, some of the different things that are going on with some of the projects that I'm working on. So one of the first things obviously is the Millionaire Hippie brand. Like I'm going to be keeping on writing on it. I'm going to keep on talking about meditation and all the different ways it has changed my life. I don't think I would be sitting here in Chiang Mai in this apartment chatting with you right now on live video talking about being a digital nomad if I hadn't started meditating. And that is actually the central truth. Everyone always says to me, you're so brave that you're doing this. You're so brave that you quit your job and you're starting your own business. You're so brave that you're moving to Chiang Mai. And I always think to myself, I'm not actually really that brave. Um, to tell you the truth, I am, no matter what I do and all the different things I'm doing, I am scared as hell. I'm scared all the time. I am freaking out. My heart is pumping really hard. I feel anxiety, and I'm like thinking to myself, what the hell am I doing? Where am I? I sometimes wake up in the middle of the night in this strange apartment right now. It's still strange to me. I'm still getting used to it. And I wonder, where am I exactly? What's going on? And so I am actually really not that brave, but what I realized through meditation is that this is the path that I have to take. There is no other path for me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't have stayed at my 9 to 5 job and done what I was doing and kept on doing it because it was just not possible. Once you meditate and once you know what your path is, which is what I know what I'm supposed to be doing. My intuition is telling me so. Once I know, how can I go back to living the wrong path? How can I go back to living the wrong way for me? How does that make any sense at all? It's not possible for me. I can't do it. And it's not possible for you either once you start meditating, or if you're meditating already, once you start consistently meditating. Because as soon as you do that, your true self will be revealed to you, and you're going to realize, okay, this is who I am, and this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I want to be happy, and if I want to live a fulfilling life, and if I want to be self-actualized, these are the steps I need to take in order to do it. And once that becomes so clear, it would be insanity, I believe. In my mind, it would be insanity not to follow the path that is meant for you. Once you're given the steps, wouldn't it be foolish if you didn't actually follow those steps through? I think, in my opinion, that's the reason I keep on going and following these steps, because what else can I do? Can I not follow the steps that have been outlined for me already? It's like when you're applying to med school, or you're applying to a job, and you have to follow a certain step, a certain series of steps, right? You do the first interview, or you send the application in, and then you do the first interview, and then you do the second interview. You know all the steps that are outlined for you. If you skip any of these steps, or you pretend that they don't exist, you're not going to get the job, or you're not going to get into school. And it's basically the same thing in life. You know the different steps you're supposed to be taking. A lot of us, what we're doing is that we're following the outlined steps for society in general. So we're saying, okay, I'm supposed to get up and I'm supposed to go to university. I'm supposed to get a job. I'm supposed to get married. I'm supposed to retire. I'm supposed to have children. Whatever it might be. There's a billion supposes that we're supposed to follow, or shoulds, or whatever you want to call it. And we follow those steps. But that doesn't necessarily mean that those steps are the steps for you. Every single person is unique in their own way, and I believe that every single person has a unique path. Doesn't mean that you will not be following a similar path to a lot of different people out there. If you want to become an actress, you're probably going to be doing the similar things that other people are doing. But for you, your true north, your satisfactory point is going to look different from someone else. I read this recently in a book where she said that both of them might want to be an actress, right? But for one of them, she gets the greatest pleasure and she wants to be on stage and perform Shakespearean plays or classical plays. And that is what is going to give her pleasure, and that's what she wants to become. That's the kind of actress she wants to be. Another, she actually wants to be featured in People magazine, and she wants to go on talk shows and things like that. And for her, going and working on a soap opera or a TV series would be more of a path that he's supposed to take. So both individuals want to do the same thing. They both want to be actresses, but they take different paths to get there. And they have a different end result, a different goal. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're not going to change your goal. You might start off, in theater, and then you decide, okay, I want to go and do some TV stuff, or you decide you start with movies, and then you decide I want to go do some more serious plays and serious theater. A lot of people do that. So the path itself will keep on changing, and that's not the point. The point is the first step, taking that leap, the big leap. I've spoken about this book before by Gay Hendricks, and he speaks about that. And the main thing that we have to remember is that life is a series of choices, and I'm sure you've heard this before, It's a series of little tiny steps that you take in order to get to your end result, in order to get to your goal. So if your goal is to write a book, your small steps will be writing a page a day, or writing 100 words a day, or maybe even writing 1 or 2 words a day. Whatever it might be, you have to break it down into smaller steps and then do it that way. If you start thinking about all the different things you have to do, all in fact, in terms of the fact that you have to write a full $50,000 page novel right away, if that is the goal that you set up for yourself and you don't break it down, then it does get overwhelming. And that's when a lot of people will get scared and run away and not want to pursue their goals. So that's what I've been doing for all of my different goals that I've set up. I know that I am an extremely type A personality, obsessive compulsive. I work really, really hard, and I push myself, and I burn out quite often. I've done that to myself in the past, and now I've realized that the key to all of this is just breaking it all down into smaller steps and just taking it slow, just taking it extremely slow. This move to Chiang Mai, I did everything really, really slowly. I moved all my stuff in steps. I moved very slowly. I didn't worry about the fact that my apartment was rented or not. My mom was helping with that, but I didn't worry about, I didn't kind of stress out about it. I knew that if it didn't happen, then, I just let it go, and it would happen as it happens. And it did happen perfectly, right? That's how it usually works out. You think that you're going to control every situation, but you're not able to do that. As soon as you let go, everything just falls into place. And so everything I've been doing has been really, really slow. Moving into this apartment here in Chiang Mai, finding the apartment, moving into the apartment, setting up the internet, setting up water delivery service, making sure that all of the electronics and appliances work, relaxing, taking time off, chilling, just spending a lot of time the last week and a half just relaxing and sleeping, taking care of myself. Self-care has been really primary for me because I know that I push myself, and I know I need to take care of myself because I'm in it for the long haul. I am treating this as a marathon. It's not a sprint. I'm not going to do it so quickly and then burn out. I'm going to do it slowly but steadily over a long period of time. That's the way I want to do it. That's what I've been planning. I mean, like I said, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm not saying that, okay, if I don't start making money for my business in the first year, then I'm going to quit and go back to 9 to 5. I'm saying that I'm going to do everything I can to ensure that I give my business enough time, enough incubation time to mature and start making money. That is the way I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it that it is going to succeed. I'm going to make money from it eventually. I don't know how long it'll take, and I'll keep on working at it until it does. I'll make money other ways from other avenues until I'm able to make money from my business. And that is the mindset that I'm going into this with. The same thing with writing the book that I'm writing. I'm going into the mindset that I'm going to write the book. I'm not going to worry about anything else. Usually what I'd start worrying about is, what if I don't find a publisher, and what if they don't want to publish my book, and what's the point, and should I even do this? There's so many books that are sent out and published. Is it even worth it? And all that stuff. I start thinking about all that. But that's not the point. The point for me right now is that I have this book inside of me, and I need to write it. And I'm going to write it. I'm going to write it, and I'm going to do it in a slow and steady manner. I'm going to write 1,500 words a day. And if I miss a day, I'm not going to berate myself for it. I'm not going to be mad at myself. I'm going to skip that day, pretend it didn't happen, and then the next day go on to writing the next 1,500 words. Taking it slow and steady. Going to do it, and eventually time will pass. Time's going to pass no matter what you do. Time is going to pass no matter if you do what you're supposed to be doing or don't do what you're supposed to be doing, right? I'd rather be doing the things I want to do, even if I'm doing it very slowly. And the Millionaire Hippie brand is being built slowly but surely and steadily, right? Same thing with my book. I'm writing it slowly but steadily. Eventually, time will pass by. December 2016 will come, and I might have finished the book. And that is the goal that I'm moving towards, like slowly but steadily, 1,500 words a day. Eventually, I'll get there. I'll get to a point where I have written 50,000 words. So that's what I wanted to kind of say to you, is that I am not brave. I'm just doing things in a very slow and steady manner, and I'm not really worrying about the end result as much. And that's what I think kind of brings people down and stops them from being successful or even trying things out, is that they're afraid of all of the different steps they're supposed to be taking, when in fact they should only be worrying about the first step. We should only be really worrying about the next first step you're supposed to take. So the first step you're supposed to take, the next step you're supposed to take, that's the only thing you need to worry about, the next step. You don't need to worry about all of the hundreds of thousands of steps that are going to come after it, because you never really know how it's going to turn out anyways, right? You might think that you need to worry about, finding a publisher for your book, but it might end up that you write the book and then you end up sitting next to a publisher at a party, or you end up meeting a publisher online and they like what you've written and they publish it for you. So do not worry about all of the different steps that you're supposed to worry about, because the universe will kind of take care of that for you. What you really need to do is worry about the what. What are we supposed to be doing? And for me, these are the 3 priorities I have. I'm working on those 3 priorities. I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to steadily keep on doing it. What are your priorities? Break it down and make sure that you keep it to 2 or 3 max. Don't overwhelm yourself either. 3 priorities max. Do what you're supposed to be doing, and just worry about the next step. What is the next step I can take? What is the next step I can take? That's the only question you need to ask. Just don't worry about everything else, because if you do, you're just gonna scare yourself, and you're not gonna do what's necessary, and you're not even gonna take the next step, and you're gonna scare yourself out of doing what you're supposed to be doing and actually not even do anything. And most people, that's the spot they're in. They're not doing anything. They're sitting on their couch or they're watching Netflix, and they're not accomplishing anything. All of their dreams are just sitting on hold because they're afraid, because they're thinking about all of the different steps they're supposed to take, and they get overwhelmed and they get scared and they don't believe that's going to happen for them, and they don't actually do anything. So I want you to think about it this way. Don't give more credit to me saying that I'm braver than you, that's why I can do this. Don't give more credit to anyone else out there. You're in the same boat as them. They're in the same boat as you. They were probably as scared as you are taking the first step, but they did take the first step. They actually took the step that they're supposed to take instead of worrying about the end result of all of that. And that's what I want you to do. If you're worrying about something, if you want to do something, if there's something that you are interested in doing, take that step and start. Just start. The only thing you need to worry about is starting. The rest of it will be taken care of by the universe. And just believe that, and truly that's how it works out. It's worked out for me that way, and it's going to work out for you that way. So just trust, have faith, believe, and take that first step. Believe that you're brave. And even if you're not, just do it. Just take the step, despite the fact that your heart is just beating so hard and you just want to puke. Because a lot of my days are spent that way. I spend a lot of my days thinking, oh my God, I'm going to die. I can't even believe I'm doing this. What am I doing to myself? Why am I doing this? But I still do it, because that's the only thing I can do. I have to do it. It's important to me. These are important steps that I'm taking in order to build the life that I want to live on my own terms. And that's important to me. And different things might be important to you. You might be interested in something different. It doesn't really matter. All you need to worry about is taking the first next step. I hope that this video helps you. Again, my name is Boom Shikha, and I'm in Chiang Mai right now. I hope that you guys are having an amazing week, an amazing weekend, and I'll talk to you guys soon. If you're interested, join my free Facebook group, the Millionaire Hippie Club. If not, I'll talk to you guys the next time around. Bye for now.